I was considering putting in a fire pole, but everybody I've talked to gives me shit about it. So I guess I won't put in a fire pole. Be boring like everybody else.
Yeah, I don't. That would not be fun after maybe 2 times.
When I slide down that pole with a big plate of nachos, you're gonna be like, oh, best idea ever.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna be sliding down one-handed. You're gonna have a plate of nachos, and there's that floor hole, and you're gonna clip the edge of the plate on the end of the floor hole, and it's gonna go floop. It's gonna smash you. You're gonna be startled. Stop the glass. You let go. Then you fall. You got a broken leg because you just had to be different.
And I'm covered in nachos.
And you're covered in nachos.
I also considered a big slide. And at the end, it would end in like a bunch of foam blocks. I was like, Kitty, you could go down the slide. That could be you could just go head first and just slide down to the basement.
That is a cool idea, actually. I approve that.
When I was a kid, I honestly always wanted the fire pole. I was like, Dad, why can't we put in a fire pole in the basement? And he was like, because we're not fucking retarded.
Because I don't want your sister to be a whore. You know?
I always wanted to work in an office building that had one of those like slides from the 4th floor, that's, zoomed around. That would be cool.
Yeah, I've seen those. Is that it? I didn't even know that was a real thing. I thought whenever I was seeing that, it was some Photoshop or something. You're telling me there's actual office buildings where fools are sliding out of the 17th floor and like going down to the 14th and getting some lunch and then taking the elevator back up?
Look up the City Museum in St. Louis. It is this giant rundown building in downtown, not in a good area at all. And we used to go there on a field trip as kids. And it's basically got huge, almost like makeshift looking metal devices and tunnels and slides coming out of this giant decrepit building and going back in. And as you are climbing on these things, like when I was like 8 or 7,
wow.
I didn't really care. But looking back, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, there's no way this stuff was up to code. Like, these were just weird contraptions and tunnels coming out of the building, then going to the top, and then coming back around. Like, you will not believe it. If you wanted to fall through these holes in like the grate of these tunnels they made, it's basically like rebar formed around into like a tunnel, but there's enough room between the bars that you could, if you wanted to, as a child, just push yourself through and fall to your death.
Before you got into it, I was picturing like glass tubes, swirling around.
No.
Not at all. No. This is like the Dominican Republic's version of a cool thing. Like
yeah, look up. I'm sure that deaths have happened. Let me look.
They made that shit with scrap metal and the charred remains of people's lives.
This is like the real Olympics version of something good. Like it's